Hello everybody, my name is Jackson and welcome back to Stunfisk and Chill. Sorry for any of you watching on computer or full screen. I did not feel like recording on the computer today. But today we are going to be doing a top 25 movies I've seen this year ranked. This does not include, as you can clearly see here from Rubber, this does not include every single 2022 movie I've seen. This is going to be all the first time watches I've seen. So yeah. Before we start, all of these movies are great movies, and I would recommend you to watch them. Alright, now with all that out of the way, let's get into a honorable mention, which is Rubber. Rubber is a crazy movie. It's essentially a rubber tire that becomes sentient and then just kills people. It's really a lot of fun, and there's a lot of things that you don't expect about the movie that happen, and it's honestly a really fun time. Alright, my other honorable mention is Justice League versus Teen Titans. Justice League versus Teen Titans is a very fun movie. What's this? Trigon, whatever Raven's dad's name is. He takes control of the Justice League, and the Teen Titans fight him. There's a lot of very good character development moments with some of the Titans members. You also have Blue Beetle here, and it's Damian Wayne, I believe. Damian Wayne, yeah. So, this is a fun movie. Yeah, that's about it. Sam Liu is very good at his job. I do have to say that. But yeah. Now on to number 25, we have The Crood's A New Age. Sorry, Rayhan, that this is so low. This is definitely an improvement from the first Crood's movie. It has a very familiar plot. However, the charm that it gives off and the humor and also Nick Cage really put it up to a higher spot. So I gave this movie 4 stars. You can see other reviews by other people on Letterboxd. Oh yeah, speaking of Letterboxd, that's what I'm doing this ranking on for anyone who wants to know. Letterboxd is a really awesome movie site. It has about every movie you can think of on here, and then you kind of just make lists. You log movies, you do movie diaries, yada, yada, yada. You can review movies. You can comment on other people's tastes on movies. It's honestly a really awesome app, and I encourage you to get it. Next up, we have Blade Runner at 24. Some of you people might be going insane, but I thought it was a very interesting noir movie. It's very interesting how they interpreted 2019 this far back. But yeah, I thought it was fine. It had a very interesting setup, very interesting story. Nothing that I've really seen before, to be honest. Well, I mean, some movies like Minority Report definitely stole ideas from here, but very interesting movie with I just found the enhanced humans. I forgot what they're called. What are they called? I don't know. I just found that very interesting. And yeah, I overall enjoyed. I gave it 4 stars. A lot of people also highly rate it, but yeah. Next up, we got King Kong. Now, this is the 1976 version of King Kong. It's a remake of the classic, but it's not the Peter Jackson one. This one is honestly lost in time. It's honestly very good. It has Jeff Bridges as the lead role. I also watched another Jeff Bridges film, R.I.P.D. Don't watch that movie. Anyways, King Kong, it's essentially the story of King Kong. And that's it. I mean, I like the King Kong story. The Peter Jackson version is like a literal masterpiece, except for like a few questionable CGI moments. But yeah, this version of King Kong still holds up. I know people didn't really like the animatronic King Kong. I do like it in some scenes. Some scenes it looks goofy as heck. Some scenes it looks pretty awesome. And yeah, so there's King Kong. Next up, we have the Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense. First M. Night Shyamalan. Okay, not the first one. Actually, maybe it was the first one I watched. But yeah, the Sixth Sense. We have Bruce Willis and this kid. No spoilers allowed here, but essentially the kid believes he can see ghosts, which is very interesting. And yeah, so the psychiatrist, or not a psychiatrist, whoever, the doctor that helps him is Bruce Willis, and it's just a two-partner rodeo throughout the entire runtime. Lots of twists and turns, a lot of unexpected moments, a great twist ending, although it's not really that difficult to predict. But yeah, overall, really enjoyable movie. There's definitely creepiness factors in it. It's honestly a great watch. We have Cloverfield up next. First Matt Reeves movie I watched that wasn't Planet of the Apes. Cloverfield is a monster movie, but it's a very different one. It's shot on, it's a found footage movie, so it's shot on, like, one of those old cameras not necessarily old, but it's shot on a camera, like, basically the entire movie, which is such a unique thing to do. Because you're essentially getting POV of, like, the entire movie, and it is a really, really awesome watch. I just realized I did not show my scores, but these have all been 4 to 5 star movies. But yeah, Cloverfield, it's intense, it's a thriller, it is such a good horror-ish movie. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Even though the meh from the Emoji Movie's in it, he wasn't horrible. But yeah, Matt Reeves did a brilliant job with this. Once I saw this, I was like, the Batman is going to be good. But, we'll get to that later. Anyways, we have Scream at number 20, I think. I don't know. I'm not really keeping track. Scream 5 here. It's the third best in the franchise. There's a lot of great kills, a lot of great moments. It's really funny. They do one thing that I can never forget this movie for doing. Besides that, it is a great time. Reviews are all solid. Yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoyed it. You should check it out. You should check out the entire Scream franchise in general. So yeah. Next up, we have Son of Batman. I actually really like this movie. I really like the back and forth between Batman and Damian Wayne. We get to see Talia al Ghul, Deathstroke, yada yada, League of Assassins. It is a great time just to see what this kid, Damian Wayne, has been through growing up. And I just really like it. I mean, as you can see, other friends of mine like it. But yeah, I just really like Son of Batman. I think it's a really cool premise. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. Next up, we have Edward Scissorhands, a Tim Burton movie that I've not seen. Edward Scissorhands is a really weird movie, like most Tim Burton movies, but it has a really good heart. You got this guy with scissored hands, which, the concept art for is pretty terrifying. He goes to this suburban home as a castaway, goes into the suburban town as a castaway, and he, I mean, it has some weird moments. It's honestly a really heartwarming story. So yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say about it. Gonk didn't like it. That's tough. But I really liked Edward Scissorhands and the direction Tim Burton took with this. And it also gets very dark at some points because it's a Tim Burton movie, so yeah. Next up, we have Justice League War. Justice League War has a very unique take on the Justice League. I really like this apocalyptic dark side movie compared to other questionable ones where animated Justice League movies where Darkseid shows up. I really like this Justice League. You got like Shazam in there. I'm trying to think. You have a completely different take on Wonder Woman, although, I mean, that's the only part I really don't like about the movie, but I think it might be more comic accurate. I don't really know. But yeah, I really, really liked Justice League War. Yeah. So Green Lantern and Shazam and The Flash and Cyborg, like, that is just comedy gold for the most part. Although I don't really like The Flash. But I do like the Flash movie that's coming out. I want to see Michael Keaton. Anyways, Jay Oliva, another great animated movie director for the most part. Yeah, I mean, they fight Darkseid. The Justice League, they come together, they fight Darkseid in this pretty short runtime, and it's honestly a great time. As you can see, 4 stars. My Neighbor Totoro, second Studio Gilby film. Gilby? Maybe I'm saying that right, I don't know. That I've ever watched, and it is very, very heartwarming and good. It is. Like, there is, like I felt very good watching this movie. There is some conflict. Well, yeah, there's conflict that happens. I mean, this is a really, really heartwarming film. You're basically around with these 2 girls and their single dad moving in, settling in, doing a little bit of an adventure, meeting the Toro. And yeah, this is just solid movie. But yeah, 4 stars for sure. A lot of good reviews that come from My Neighbor Totoro. Yeah, this is definitely a good, feel-good watch that you should be interested in. Here we got Predestination. Now, like I said, I don't know what number we're on. Predestination is a really twisty movie. As in, it's time travel, plot twist heavy, very, very, very interesting concept for a movie. I can't really talk about this at all without spoiling the movie, so you should watch the movie. It has Ethan Hawke as the lead, and yeah, very, very good reviews. I mean, I didn't know this movie existed until I saw the Gonk and Batman's 5-star reviews and them talking about it. But yeah, I gave this 4-star. This is a great movie. I think I gave it 4-star, yeah. Very, very interesting. I mean, if you're watching Moon Knight, you already know Ethan Hawke is the villain. He's very good here as well. All right, next up, I think this is 14 now that I'm thinking about it, if I remember the list correctly. LA Confidential is a really good crime noir film. There's 3 main leads who all are like different, completely different cops. You got the muscle / brawn guy. You got the smart guy who's trying to gain control of power, and then you got the guy who isn't actually a cop, but he's a cop, but he's also an actor that works with Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito's in this movie for like a little bit, so that's cool. But yeah, LA Confidential, you uncover this case, very good twists and turns. Um, I like the story, like it's a little slow because it's a noir film, but I mean, I didn't really find it too slow. It bounces from point to point, from setting to setting. It drags you through the story of twists and turns, like I said earlier, and it is honestly a really good time. You have three main leads who are like, they're all very charismatic. They all have their own characters, ideas, sets, goals, and the movie bounces back between them, which makes it a really, really, really fun time. Next up, we have Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox. This movie is amazing, mainly because of Thomas Wayne, and just the timelines, multiverse, whatever you want to call it, Flashpoint Paradox. It is a great time. There's a lot of stuff that happens in this movie. But like I said, Thomas Wayne's definitely my favorite part. I do want to see this type of movie adapted live action, which I guess is coming out this year, but who cares? I mean, sorry, not this year, next year. Thanks, Warner Brothers, for being a horrible company. But yeah, as you can see, movies are off the chart, or the reviews are off the charts. Give it a 4-star. There's some points where I'm like, about, but I mean, Thomas Wayne Batman, Flash, it is just an awesome time. Next up, we have Batman Under the Red Hood, which I think is 12th, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so we get the emergence of Jason Todd's Red Hood, who comes into the spotlight, and Batman and has to figure out who he is. And it is honestly such a good movie. A lot of DC fans put this one on a pedestal. I mean, for good reason. It's not my favorite one, but it's, as you can see, 5-star reviews. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. The last battle is just awesome. And yeah, I mean, yeah. I really like Red Hood in this movie. I also really like Batman. And yeah, I mean, everything you hear about this movie is true. It is such a great time. Next up, I think at number 11, I don't really know if I'm doing this right, but we have Spirited Away, my first Studio Ghibli film, the one that I've heard about the most about, and how awesome it is, and it really is awesome. I actually gave this one 4.5 stars. So this very mixed scores, to be honest. But anyways, very mixed scores to my friends, that is. Spirited Away is just an awesome journey to and through the unknown. You're with this girl the entire time. Things just start happening, and you're just like, what the heck is happening? But then you're like, this is awesome. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of cool things with spirits and her going to this world of spirits. Almost reminded me of Coco at one point, but as in the Pixar movie Coco. But yeah, witches, spirits, crazy stuff that happens. There's like a dude who works in a furnace that's awesome. And then you got the black monster thing that's like such a weird thing that's in this movie. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I could not tell you what was happening, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, there's honestly like a heartfelt, you definitely see the heart that went in the movie, but it also just is another Like you're rooting for this girl the whole way through. It's such a ride. You like if I was in this situation, I don't know what I'd do. But yeah. I think we're in the top 10, maybe. Hello everybody, I am back. Wow, max volume. Anyways, yeah, sorry about that. I had to go for a second. But anyways, number 10, we have The Pursuit of Happiness. The Pursuit of Happiness is essentially Will Smith playing Chris Gardner. Was it Chris Gardner? Yeah, Chris Gardner and his life, just going through his life. And it is such a great movie. You start out with Chris Gardner basically just having a kid, somewhat successful, and then as he goes like extremely bankrupt, he has no money. You kind of get to see the struggle and the downfall, and how he's so determined to make his son proud of him, yada, yada, yada. He doesn't want his son to feel like how Chris Gardner felt to his dad. And it is just emotionally amazing and just a heartbreaking movie. But, yeah. So I gave it a 4.5 stars out of 5. There's like one or two conveniences in the movie that are kind of took me out of it, but besides that, I mean, it is a fantastic watch, and so yeah. Next up, you have Get Smart. This movie is so funny for no reason, and I don't know why I think it's like so good, but it is so good. Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, The Rock. You got the dad from Santa Claus 3. You got everyone. You got Bill Murray in this movie. You got, like, anyone you can possibly think of is in this movie. This movie is so funny, and it is such a good time. Like, it's a spy secret agent movie. But yeah, this movie is so funny. I'm yeah, Ann Arkin's his name. Bill Murray. Terry Crews is in it. This movie is just, like, so awesome for seemingly no reason. I don't know why I like it so much, but I could not stop laughing while watching this. So yeah, that's number 9. On to number 8, we have Citizen Kane. This is highly regarded as one of the best highly regarded as not one of, but maybe the best movie of all time. I do not think it's the best movie of all time. However, it is. I respect your opinion if you think it's the best movie of all time, because this is so good. Like, it is just, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's one of the first great movies, like, of all time. I mean, there's not really much that I'm going to tell you that if you don't already know about it, if you know anything about this movie, but yeah, it's definitely a great movie to watch in your lifetime. So yeah, Citizen Kane, number 8. Next up, we have Unbreakable. Unbreakable is an amazing superhero origin story. We have Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson as This is like one of the best superhero origin stories I've ever seen. This is M. Night Shyamalan. Back at it again. I gotta watch more of his movies because I'm on a good start with liking them. So yeah, you have a regular dude who realizes that he's not a regular dude because he has some sort of unbreakable superpower, and he gets tracked down by Samuel L. Jackson, who tells him that he has a gift, and he is a firm believer in comics and superheroes, and like, if you guys have not seen this movie, it's definitely a must check out. 4.5 stars out of 5. Alrighty, next up we have The Batman. The Batman, might talk about it later in another video on the channel. but the Batman is so good. It is so good. It understands the character of Batman. It understands basically everything about the movie. Like, everything about the movie was understood. It was thought through. Matt Reeves did such an excellent job with this movie. My only drawback is it's really I'm not a really big fan of Commissioner Gordon in this, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like him going back and forth with Batman wasn't bad, but I feel like they like it was so focused on Batman Year One and like The Long Halloween, drew inspiration from those, but we didn't really get enough Gordon. Sorta. We didn't get enough Gordon, but we also didn't really. They said they've known each other for so long. I want to see more of. I wanted to see more of their how they struggle with one another. Although we did get some of that, but like more of why Gordon trusts Batman so much, because it just felt like it was thrown in there. Just as something that we already should know. Oh yeah, Colin Farrell was really funny in this movie. Yeah, Paul Dano Riddler was amazing, and I really enjoyed the Batman. 4.5 stars out of 5. Everyone, good reviews across the board. Number 5, we have Pig. Nick Cage, truffle hunter, loses his pig, and he goes on a search. You know, it starts out almost very similar to John Wick, and then it just does not go into anything like John Wick. This movie made me teary-eyed. It just blindsides you with the direction of what happens. We get a kid who... Yeah, Alex Wolff. Alex Wolff is that the kid in Jumanji who turns into The Rock. He is such a good actor. Like, he is like so good in this as like a rich, spoiled brat who follows along this truffle hunter, Nick Cage. Like, there is this one scene where he's like, actually, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like one of the very last scenes in the movie, I am like almost bawling my eyes out. I'm just like, wow. There's a lot of misunderstanding in here about finding his pig. And it is just such, like, Michael Sarnowski, yeah. I'm going to be watching his movies. I mean, this is his first movie, and for it to be literally a 5-star movie, amazing, like, I'm going to continue watching his movies. He's doing the next Quiet Place movie, I think, unless he isn't doing it anymore. So, yeah, I am definitely looking forward to that. So, yeah, Pig is such a fantastic movie, and it's a must-watch. I think it's on Hulu maybe now. It was on Hulu, but I don't know if it is anymore. But, yeah, you got to see Pig. It's so good. Literally so good. Next up, we have The Truman Show. Jim Carrey, unaware that he's in a reality TV show. You know, it's a lot of movies that copy this, WandaVision. But, yeah, this movie is awesome. You obviously follow Jim Carrey around. Hey, everyone, again. I let my phone turn off, so that's why that happened. Alrighty. Yeah, Truman Show, amazing. It's awesome. Everyone likes it. Well, except for... What? Okay, never mind. Truman Show's awesome. You're really rooting for Truman the whole way through. Seeing him grow, realizing the real world is what it is. The sheer amount of symbolism in this movie. It is just so good. So yeah, You guys gotta check out Truman Show if you haven't already. Jim Carrey is amazing, like always. Oh, here we go. Next up, we have the two-parter, The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2. This is my favorite Batman animated series of movies, or I guess I combined them. I mean, these are essentially the same movie, same story. I mean, it is the best Batman animated story that I've ever seen, period. Where we jump to where we're in the future, where Batman is like he says, he's an old Bruce Wayne. He gets back, becomes Batman, and yeah. I'm just at a loss for words at this movie. This movie does Batman versus Superman better than Snyder does in his movie. It is just so good. Like, you guys have to watch this movie. It is literally probably my third favorite, like, Batman story of all time. Story meaning movie. But I'm just gonna part 1 and part 2, they're one movie. Batman The Dark Knight Returns is my third favorite Batman movie of all time. Period. And that beats Batman 1989, if you didn't know. And I like Michael Keaton's Batman. He's my favorite Batman. But anyways, yeah, I mean, 5 stars reviews across the board. Yeah, especially in the second part, Joker is back. Superman is about to destroy everything. And yeah, and Batman versus Superman, this is done so much better than Snyder's movie. But yeah, this movie is just so awesome. You got a lot of awesome characters in here. Oh yeah, Harvey Dent's in this. You got an old Barbara Gordon. There's so much awesome callbacks to Batman content in general. And yeah, this movie is just so good. Like, if you like Batman, you're going to love this movie. Like, guaranteed. Thank you, Jay Oliva. Now, my favorite, or the best movie, is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is a psychological, crazy thing that exists, and I love it. You have Jack Nicholson, which essentially is the Joker. I mean, he's literally the Joker in this movie. Like, which is amazing. Like, the entire movie. There's such good, memorable characters in this. There's other great performances. I know Dan DeVito, Christopher Lloyd are in this. And it is just, it's a game of cat and mouse between the nurse and McMurphy, who is Jack Nicholson's character, McMurphy. Him and the nurse have Nurse Ratched. They have a back and forth throughout the entire movie. You really get to care about all of these prison mates. Like I said, this movie is insane. It is just, like, they're literally in a mental institute the entire time. And it is just so mind-bogglingly funny and just absolutely crazy. Yeah. I would not say it's slow moving at all. It has a lot of great, like, every scene I'd say matters in this movie. There's a lot of characters that you get introduced to that you don't know have a really large role within it later on. And it is just so epic. Like, it is just so awesome. I mean, I can go through the cast. Yeah, William Redfield, amazing. Will Sampson as the Chief, one of my favorite characters in the movie. So yeah, there you have it. My top 25 first time watch movie ranking first time watches of this year. So far, will this list change? Probably. Maybe not too much. I don't know if I'm going to do an updated one later on in the year or just wait till the end of the year when all the movies come out. I have not seen a lot of new recent ones like The Adam Project or Morbius or Uncharted, although I don't think Morbius or Uncharted would be on this list. But I have definitely not seen every new movie that's came out in 2022. I think I've only seen 5. I mean, we can look here. Yeah, I've only seen 5. Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild might be the worst movie I've ever watched. But anyways. Yeah. You guys should get this app. It's pretty awesome. It's not even an app. It's also like a website. So yeah. Thank you guys all for watching this video. You know what? I'm just going to go through all my other movies. American Psycho. Pretty good. Dawn of the Dead. Pretty good. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Pretty good. Batman Bad Blood. Pretty good. Rise of the Guardians. Pretty good. Training Day. Pretty good. Doom. Turning Red. Cool Hand Luke. Gravity. Into the Woods. Night Museum 3. The Tender Bar. Like Mike. Mighty Bucks 2. Austin Powers. Dawn of Atlantis. R.I.P.D. Assault on Arkham. I hate this movie. Sorry, Jay Oliva. You failed me here. Oh yeah, this movie sucks too. This is like bad. This is like bad Dark Side movie. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. You should definitely check out all the movies that I had ranked in the top 25, including Rubber. So yeah, have a nice day.